EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tighten up. Check it, reload.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Under 10, 10. Hey, pilot, 64, weak. Check 99. Younger.
Brady gets to Michel. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now Brady. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taking it about the 16. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Rush in.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Buddy up. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. So we got what? Hayward. Big Ed. He's checking. Crash. Back. Huh. Check. Whip. Watch the whip. Shift. Oh.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The interim head coach Bill Callahan really wants to run the football and do so with Adrian Peterson, so he figures to be a big beneficiary. And he had a strong game in Miami Week 6, the first game that Bill Callahan was the interim head coach. 118 yards on 23 carries. And remember, this is a guy in AP who at 34 years old was a healthy scratch in Week 1.
Watch the twist. Check safety. Sponge. No, look small.
And that'll set him back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down.
65. Check. Fresno. Shot. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn it over. Let's get that ball. Hey, watch that.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Hey, set. 380. Watch 55. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Jumper. He's coming. We got double up. Save. Check 26. Hold 50. Switch gears.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, hold 66. Smooth. Check it.
Brady gets it to Gordon. 12 yards there and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On first down, Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Malcolm. Check 24. Check 24. Rip. Hey, exit. 36. Check 50. Hey.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Dorsett's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 35 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Jason McCourty, a safety blitz and a sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They begin with Michel on the ground. And an alley to run. 30, 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, 61 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. After
the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's what I do. Check 9, check 9. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. Come on. Check. Check, hot route.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's our time. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Deuce, 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 deuce. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check, check, check.
And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 21-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They start the drive with Peterson. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the 16, Haskins. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 21-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Hey, check it. Check right. Watch it, 5. Here we go. Hey, echo. 55, Mike 55. Check, 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 check. Slam, slam, slam. Wait, what do you got?
On 2nd and 12, Brady. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Right, Eddie. Eat. I got one. Check 4. Switch.
Check it, reload.
Get wide. Under.
Hey, 66.
Undercut. 25. Check 25. Pick the edge. Go. Chance. Watch twist. That's the watch.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Wait, set. 380.
Check 55 to Mike. Bring it. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Hey, check it.
Watch the safety creep. Patch it.
Let's go, no, 60, go, stand it.
They'll run it here. This is James White.
Check.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Shit. Showing up. Out. Shift. 49, check 49.
Hey, 66.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. 7 yards there and a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I know he ain't got it.
Hey, check it.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And they will run it with Michel. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Terrence Brooks with a pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Go Bandit!
Kill! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Switch.
Hey, Alabama.
On 1st down, Michelle. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Redskins nothing. Stephen
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. Check my 21. Delta.
Give me that ball, defense! Give me that ball!
Go.
Give me that ball, defense!
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hot seven.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Derek Rivers. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. From the 44, Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters?
He's got daylight. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, 67 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and the route is on here in this first half. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Let it go.
They start on the ground with Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end. Your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Haskins. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Shalik Calhoun. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Outside. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. No. Here I come. Shut up. Hayward. 5'4", Mike 5'4". Mike's 5'4". I got one. I got one. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's Brady. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
The mic, boys. 52. Zoom. Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check. Go. Check. Go.
They run again with Peterson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Check nickel. Switch it.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now it's Haskins. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's coming this way. Here we go. Check three.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
A give to Michelle running right. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They give it off here to the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. 36.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Check 3.
Kill. Check 52.
Check 3.
72.
Motion.
53, Linda.
Michelle going to try again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Gostkowski the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Get ready.
2nd down, Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's John Simon with a sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to fire. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. They took a real chance there, throwing deep from their own end zone.
Yeah, just think about it this way. If you take that shot, which they just did, you're giving those pass rushers an extra chance to get you. Your escape hatch behind you is gone because the end line is there. Yet at the same time, they took the gamble, and boy, did it pay off.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
I got one. Check. Crunch. Shift. Watch the shift.
Yeah. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
On the draw, this is Love. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, D.
Haskins will throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Check. Go. He's coming. Go.
On 1st down, here's Love. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Haskins. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. All you get is a headache.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Haskins to throw. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
John Simon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead? And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Wait, 20!
Brings up
72.
2nd and 3.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
43-yard line.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Kill, kill, kill.
Check 13.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady able to get this to Gordon. The 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Coming to you.
53, Linda!
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Hey, go 66!
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Got Gordon open, completes it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
29, Alpha!
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Slam, slam, slam. Check 4, check 4.
Alert!
Switch.
Shadow!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
To Michel on the screen. Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it, and the Redskins scoop it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Here's Haskins. And now here is another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Sugar, sugar! Sugar, sugar!
So after the INT, it's Brady. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins able to find Davis. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now it's Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Pats at the line ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Mike 56, Mike 56. You. Kill.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 56 right there.
Brady going to throw here. It's complete. James White. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The point after try for Gostkowski. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a loss? And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Haskins to throw it. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, check, Mike 21.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Intercepted by the Patriots. Devin McCourty there defensively.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
72.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Five.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Man, that's trash. Hey, 66.
55's Mike, guys. 55.
Hey, Orbit.
Pick it up. Mike 55. Mike.
Brady going to look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.